Welcome to Arcane, a story of misfits. Our first look at the world in Arcane is war. This massacre between the literal upper and lower classes leaves behind devastation and grief. We see the survivors band together, and we also see the seeds of hate planted in a young girl's heart. Right from the start, this show is stunning. The artistic style is magnificent, and I love how the lullaby Powder sings is echoed through the orchestration. There is no dialogue here. The impact of what's going on is successfully carried by the visual and sound design. As we skip forward in time, these strengths continue to maintain their impressive standard. I appreciate this highlighting of the show's quality. It lets me sink into the world more fully, ready for whatever story is coming my way. We watch as a small group of children head to the world above. Violet is the ringleader of our little group and a fan of tough love. Powder is just beginning to join in on these dangerous outings, and things have a tendency to go south whenever she joins in.
She jinxes every job.
These kids venture topside to raid a well-to-do's apartment, and just as they're leaving, things turn sour. Rather than the low-profile theft these kids were hoping for, an explosion calls attention to them, putting pressure on their escape as they narrowly avoid capture. Even after returning underground, these kids are still in danger, as this world is filled with violence and brutality around every corner. It is completely understandable that Violet is feeling stifled and angry at the injustice she sees.
And one day, this city's gonna respect us.
I also told you time and time again the North Side's off limits.
Why? They've got plenty, while we're down here scraping together coins.
Everyone out.
She lives in a world where abundance is out of reach, and her options to fight back are limited. Those seeds of hatred have only grown stronger with time, and it's up to Papa V to reel in this outrage.
You know, but you don't know. But whatever happens, it's on you. Just like it's on me what happens to us down here.
We're gonna be fine, right?
I'll take care of it.
We are shown moment after moment of Vander being well respected in this dark world.
A bit of advice. Don't threaten the guy who pours the drinks.
So you're Vander.
He fought in and lost the war we saw at the start of the show, and now he does not want to lose any more people.
I'm sorry, Grayson, but I can't offer up my own people.
I love the care that Vander has for everyone around him, and his voice acting is so persuasive and stirring.
How about you just give Huck the rest of what you owe him, and I'll let you walk out of here in one piece.
The folks upstairs are angry both at the scientist who created such dangerous material and at the ruffians who dared to wreak havoc. The man responsible for this explosive creation is expelled from his duties. Jace had been working to artificially create magic with the hope of building a better world. Luckily enough, he joins forces with someone who believes in the potential of his research, and we meet Victor, a cutie who has dreams of his own. This duo is quietly supported by a member of the council, and just in the nick of time are able to perfect their science and save their hides. Meanwhile, the enforcers are struggling to find our rogue robbers, and a shadowy man points them in the right direction.
You're looking for 4 children. The ones running circles round Piltover's finest. I'm about to make your day.
This smooth-talking fiend seems to have it out for Vander.
Beautiful, aren't they? Yet, up there, no one even knows they exist.
They're monsters.
There's a monster inside all of us. Vander's in trouble.
What I know about him so far is he seems to be another leader in the Undercity and is a fan of biological warfare. With this tip from Mystery Man, the enforcers return in full force at Vander's doorstep. I absolutely hate this character. I hate his self-righteousness. I hate his better-than mentality. What is this man's problem to be so tyrannical and goading?
You people down here are all the same. And I'm gonna bury the lot of you.
The people of the Undercity are fed up with Vander's lack of action. Violet realizes that the raid she led is the cause of all of this increased enforcer activity and decides to take responsibility. We've been introduced to a ton of misfits so far, so let's run through them. So far, we've met Violet, Powder, Milo, Clagger, Little Man, Blondie. Who's Blondie? Oh. Caitlin, Mel, Jace, and Victor. And as we head to the end of this first arc, it's tragic backstory time as we are gifted a monologue from Mystery Man himself.
There's peace in water, like it's holding you, and every problem in the world will fade away. But then, there's this thing in your head, and it's raging to fight, to survive. Have you had enough?
This perspective from Silco is one of fighting to survive and thanking the friend that made him this way. Vander takes Vi's place on the sacrificial altar, and as he's being taken away, in walks Silco. It turns out that Silco has developed a drug called Shimmer, and he wants to use it to wage war against Topside. In the past, Silco and Vander had worked together. That is, until Vander betrayed Silco. And now it's time for Silco to exact his revenge.
For that, I thank you, old friend. My congratulations. Have you heard the rumor? Vander the coward fled town with his children, and they were never seen again.
Violet goes to save Vander and leaves Powder behind with a signal and a promise to return. This series of events is intense. On one hand, you have Powder feeling abandoned and desperately wanting to help. On the other, you have a trapped Vander watching his daughter fight in his stead while giving peak father figure to these poor children working to free him.
Milo, take a breath. You can do this.
Then there's Vi, who feels guilt for causing all of this and steeling herself to protect her loved ones. And watching from afar is Mastermind Silco, who is taking this opportunity to further field test his new drug.
We're gonna get you out.
Ready to rise to the surface.
This alone is chaos enough, yet in comes Powder, who throws a literal bomb into the mix. This battle paints so clearly to Vi what Vander was trying to avoid. In the midst of this mayhem, Violet adds further fuel to Powder's abandonment issues.
You did this?
Just in time for Silco to stumble across one of Vander's children.
Why did you do this?
I only wanted to help. I told you to stay away! No! Why did you leave me? Bye! Come back! Please come back! Please, Violet! I need you, baby!
Hello, little girl.
Poor Powder is latching onto anything that she can. And Silco gets it. He knows all too well how it feels to be betrayed by a sibling.
She is not my sister anymore.
This is the gentlest we've ever seen Silco. This deliberate, calculating villain cradles this sobbing young girl and tells her it will be okay.
It's okay. We'll show them. We will show them all.
I can hear the sound of a heartbeat before it
side.